This is 1021 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. If I sponsor our upcoming Shir more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, please contact me directly. Very greatly appreciated. Today we're doing Simon Pei Gimel. You're there. We're actually leaving Simon Pei Gimel finally, and we are going to do from Simon Pei Gimel, Sif Nun Beis to Pei Daled Tes. Nun Beis. L'chein Rambam v'Torah Shulchan cuts with dag tor shimtzav mei dag tame tor, as we said yesterday. If you find a non-kosher fish inside the digestive tract of a kosher of a non-kosher fish, it's tor. The dag tame, vice versa. If you find a non-kosher fish shimtzav mei dag tor in the digestive tract of a Torah fish, also it's forbidden akal shon. V'lo kasu shebola, they didn't wrote that they swallowed it. The nimtza gav iganke kol shebal fanenu. If you find it inside, it's as if they swallow in front of us. Kosavnu, like we wrote. Beizem moko min hadag shnimtza lo cheshina lo. It doesn't matter where we find it in the fish. Ben shnimtza derech beisarei, where they find it, where at the point of excretion. Ben shnimtza derech beisarei, where we find a point of ingestion. Or shiatza lechutz, or even if it came out already. Din echad lehem, they all have the same halacha. B'nimtza beisarechem, if it's found in the womb. So obviously doesn't seem to come from the digestive tract. Some say in this circumstances also that in this circumstance the tahar fish found in the tame fish is aser. So we suspect that it reproduced it. It seems that way from the language of Tun Shulch Ayin Sham. Those say Shugam Chayavda. Even this scenario, it's okay. We're not concerned with that at all. It's too far-fetched. It's machlekes in 1,000 pichodesh holds the first way, the shach holds the second way. Let's go to Rambam Masha Kain. The language of the Rambam was just used nimtza and not bala. It seems that that's the case. Ein shum hefresh ben bala for neg ben nimtza badog. Whether it's swallowed in front of us or whether it's found a fish. The Raisa says Torah level prohibition. You can't permit it under these circumstances. Fracture of day associated especially since most of the opinions forbidden. The bracket says here, I increase the place him stopping was that. Neither Rav Ashu Lo Poli was that. But Rav Ashu doesn't argue with Timihani. I'm astonished that Rabbi Lezer American. Not sure what he's referring to. Shein so the Terutzim a code name Chol Megor Lahedi Chos Ramban Ayin Sham. Such constitution Chani Gavnish and Duz Kor Gor. They would say code name Ayin Sham. Okay, that was we have to deal with. Nun Gimel. Main the show you should not ask. Torah should evil of a tame. Why is the Torah, which is absorbed in the tame fish, found in tame fish, okay? Mikar Meiraglaim Shel Chamor. Why is it any worse than, or why is it any better in this case? From the urine of a donkey. Thus, we know liberation to pay off das or a boitskim. Most poskim also the urine of a donkey. Plus, in Nam area, there also the water came in with somewhere else. We also the urine. It's not cloud. That's not a question. The bisham there, when the water is in the body of the donkey, they get heated up from its flesh, and the moisture of the body gets mixed with the water. Obviously, otherwise, it wouldn't remain water. But the kosher fish, it was not changed in any way, shape, or form inside the tray fish. The way it went in is the way it came out. It's not absorbed. It doesn't absorb from the meat of the flesh of the non-kosher fish. It's interesting. There's a type of small animal, whatever it is, and the coffee. It ingests coffee beans and expels them. And these coffee beans are considered to be extraordinary delicacy and extremely expensive. I don't remember offhand what the name of the animal is, but in any event, the pashtus would be similar because they went in coffee beans, they went out coffee beans. Even though there is some process which goes on inside the body, which makes them so expensive and considered delicacy, but with pashtus, it's not they didn't change. There's no change which is seen in them, so therefore, it would still be permitted, like this fish, the Torah fish and the Tomei fish. Maybe she'll happen. You can't ask the opposite as well. Why did it forbid a kosher fish which swallowed a tame fish, non-kosher fish? That's considered like it's digested, and once it's digested, it's considered to be part and parcel of the kosher fish. Okay, now bolos we learned such in olos perkudimo the tuma in terms of tuma the call machol shenishtab mei dog, any food which spent time in the intestines of the fish. I feel as my mort, even if it's a short amount of time. Dino kim chol, it's as if it's digested. After the alma, and it's like the dust of the earth. Therefore, even if it was non-kosher before it was swallowed, a basra mace, such as the flesh of a dead body, chaygavna, nita also, it becomes Torah when it's swallowed. Even those who are machri, they're matzich me'esa equal, and they say that it's not to digest until 24 hours until after it's swallowed. See there, okay. So when the tummy fish has spent 24 hours, at least in that kind of situation, spent 24 hours in the intestines of the kosher fish, let's consider it digested and permitted. Lo nasrenu. L'chein kosher was saying that the isram bituma ain't lemadim. So the Taisus and the Rush write that we don't learn isra from tuma. In other words, tuma can be batel. Isra is not necessarily batel in these circumstances. Some say there's no say there's between something which he eats and chews up. That at least contributes to make it digested. As opposed to when it swallowed the whole thing. It's not digested. Since it's whole like it was in the beginning. It's a Pesach. We have this concept also by chametz. Shanim says chita mea tiny goes when you find a piece of wheat in the intestines of a hen. We slew a kach bepesach, and it was cooked. The hen was cooked with the wheat inside. We forbid the cooked dish. We don't permit it because to say that it was digested. As it seems that the Tur takes the second answer between where it was chewed up or not chewed up as the primary answer. Or Chaim Shalom Mashakain, that's Masha that the issue is that I guess Nishta it's a mituma lo ein l'meidim. Okay? Not the limits when you chew it or not, but there's a mituma lo ein l'meidim. V'yeshem, some say, v'yotzel chutz derech beis harei, if it already came out, was excreted. The tamei fish was excreted from the tar fish. Then chosh chemuka. That's certainly considered to be a digested. That's a shach. But the language of the Torah, it seems that if it came out whole, and then it's not considered to be digested, even though it went through the entire digestive tract. In the bracket it says here, "Vashach shake shom me'rosh mihani rosh kazakom shevitil tzarama and shom abdul tzarama and chiluk b'zeh v'ulay kavan azokos the third time zeh ram b'ibuk shula the archaim kosatan the made him isra mituma, like we said before that they give a reason archaim. There's that as shapi the horrors by the chaygavna gam b'yatzal chutz aser. So once I say that the reason why the Shulchan Aruch, the Tur here wants is to takes the reason of distinction between chewed up and whole is in order to preclude the case. You're being matter of the case where it was came out whole at the other end of the digestive tract. So therefore he says can't do it because could be only applies where it's not whole, not where it comes out whole. Okay. Simon Pei Dalet. Now, if you thought Pei Gimel was long, Pei Dalet is way longer. 95 Sifim. Wow. Dine Shrotzim, the laws of Shrotzim. Shrotzim is a very hard word to translate to English. Laws of, it's not just creepy crawly things, but here it is, creepy crawly things like worms and stuff. Shanim Seven Peiros, which you find in fruit, b'mayim, in water, b'kemach, in flour, b'chometz, in vinegar, b'gvina, in cheese, b'yirakos, and vegetables. Tzadik Okay, okay, park for a while here. Of combination of shlotzim asim that are all types of shlotzim are forbidden from the Torah. Shloshim minei shlotzim hem. The three types of shlotzim: sheretz ha'of, flying shlotzim; sheretz ha'mayim, water shlotzim; sheretz ha'aretz, and land shlotzim. Klum fresh in the Torah, and all these are explicit in Torah. The sheretz ha'of ksi b'rei, it says Parsei kol sheretz ha'of tamei lachem lo yachelu. The sheretz ha'mayim ksi and shmini. Should stop here. Go gomer sheket elachem ibasam lo sochelu. Should eat that. That's a Rambam. Lav the sheretz hamayim who may out the shaksus nafshu seichem b'chol sheretz hasharetz v'lo titamu bom bohem. He learns that the lav of sheretz hamayim is from elsewhere, not that pasuk. K'mosh maram b'sin pegim asuf yirav. This will also be discussed further. Sheretz aretz ksiv called sheretz hasharetz al aretz, sheretz which creeps and crawls on the land. Sheket ulachem mitzvah you lo yachel shabin. The sheretz aretz nachlu shnei yonim. There are two types of sheretz of land-based shrotzim. The sheretz aretz, those things were shrotzim of the land, or remes aretz. And remes, which is much more of a creepy, crawly thing, as will be clarified later on. Base ezu sheretz of. What is considered to be sheretz of? Kavon zuv, such as a fly or yatush or a mosquito, v'tzira, or a wasp with dvora and a bee, etc. Koshim ofafim, anything which flies. If ezu sheretz of mayim, what's considered to be a sheretz of the water? Ela brios ktanos. These are the small creatures called hatoloim, like worms. Va'lukos, they are like leeches. Shebamayim in the water. Va'brios hagdola shemayim. And even the large creatures in the water, Shein Chayosayam, which are the animals of the sea, also considered to be in the category of sheretz. Udas Rama Kol Shein B'tzuras Dag. Rama holds anything which is not in the form of a fish. Af Osam Sheish Leim Ksapira Kaskesas, even if it has fins and scales. Hareim sheretz mayim, they're included in sheretz mayim. Mosav Sim Hengimel Ayin Shah. There Ezer sheretz Oretz. What's going to be a sheretz of the land? Kagon Shemona Shrotzim in B'Torah, the 8 Shrotzim which are mentioned in Torah. Choled, which I believe is a mole. V'achbar, and a mouse, v'gomer, v'anochash, a snake, v'akrav, a scorpion, v'chipusis, I believe it's a beetle, v'nadal, a caterpillar, v'chetz, v'hem, anything similar. It was between the 8 shvatzim in Torah and other shvatzim, as we shall see. Gimel, yesh b'chal sheretz aretz osan tolim ani v'roim b'peros. Including sheretz aretz are those worms which are created within a fruit, with foods and within produce of lushim arts which are separate from the ground. Those are those which are given birth to in beverages, which is vinegar and water, shebekalim, which are in vessels, v'shari mashkin, all other types of liquids. Also those which are born into the foodstuffs, flushim which are separate from the ground, vinos like cheese, the butter, meat, etc. All of these, as long as they are in situ, they haven't moved, they haven't separated themselves from the fruit, they're permitted. But once they've separated and they've gone on the ground outside the fruit, asurim, they're forbidden. The crime sheretz arts, because then they're called sheretz arts because they are mobile on the ground. Now they're moving around on the ground. Those which are born into fruit which is connected to the ground, they're also, even if they don't actually leave the fruit to go on the ground, since it was born while the fruit was still connected to the ground, then in the fruit itself, it's still to be a sheretz hasharetz aretz, so it's more chomer. We will clarify all these halachas. Dal, sheretz aretz, including sheretz aretz, yesh remes aretz. Those are also included. You should not defile your souls. Sheretz haremes aretz, whenever any sheretz which crawls on the ground. My ben sheretz aretz, remes aretz. Good question. Since in the sheretz of land and remes of land, sheretz aretz mikre osam shvatzim sheporim v'rabim. They're the ones which are procreate. Mizach came from a male and female. The remes aretz, mikre elu minim shenivru b'ashbos. These are the types which are generated in dung heaps, and the bodies of the carcasses, such as the worms and maggots of which infest a dead body. Sheni Brahim is in the cave. They're not created for male and female. Now, nowadays we know that they are created from male and female. So, but the halacha doesn't change. So the halacha was determined when it was determined, and it doesn't change until legislated otherwise. They spontaneously generate from excrement which goes bad, etc. And Ibrahim is zayah, and those are created from sweat. Kikinim shabarim, like lice on human beings. Ubeim or an animal. Chochayetz is anything similar. Ava parush, but the parush shiakina kofetz, which is the jumping flea. The nikres flea. It's called flea or blocha. Who b'chlal sheretz aretz. That is considered as opposed to lice, which because how did not procreate, the flea does. It's considered sheretz aretz. Part of a because it's fruitful and multiplies. The average as they be around Perek Beis and Mechol, so Source Din Yugim Ayin Sham explains this distinction there, and he says Ayin Rashi Psachim, but I'm not sure Rashi Psachim notes. Shear Achil Shvatim Mechoslein, the shear on which you get Malchus eating Shvatim Hu Kizayis. It's like any other prohibited substance. Gam Bahem Ksiv Lashon Lo Tochlum. Also says by them, don't eat them kisherkes and because they're repugnant. Any eating is inside of kazayis. Even ate a whole limb from one of these shvatim. But doesn't have a kazayis basar. Ain't no chayim malchus. Not allowed with the malchus. It's tmeim leika iser ever minachai. Even he plucked it alive. There's no iser ever minachai. Zeshman siman samach beis v'adam asheretz kibsaro. And that's what we explain in siman samach beis that the blood of a sheret is like its flesh. Sheinu chayiv koros odam shvatim, meaning that it's like its flesh, and you're not chayiv koros for having because it's not considered to be a blood b'fnei atzma. Sheinu chayiv koros odam shvatim kal kol mini adam is plus other types of blood. Elchiyah malchus, you only get malchus. L'chein im bitrubo mishum sheretz, if you get you're warned on account of it being a sheretz, loke mishum dam loke, you get malchus. Shum dam ain't loke because they warned you on account of dam. That's the wrong warning, you won't get malchus. That's why the blood of a sheretz and its flesh are mitzaref l'gazayis. They join together to make the gazayis lukos l'lev in order to get malchus for it. Kach shul chachom, the Mishnah, this is what Chachamim told us. In the Mishnah, dam sheretz ubsar mitzaref, and said the blood of a sheretz and its meat, its flesh, joined together. V'zeu b'chol minei shchotzim, there's all types of shchotzim, she'em mekabim tuma kanachash. Kanachash, with all types which are not makabel tuma, like a snake, and which not makabel tuma. With things makabel tuma, the shear may be different, as we shall see in the next sif. Avo shmonim shvatim amurim b'Torah. The 8 types of shvatim in Torah: hacholed, the mole, the mouse, vatzav, the turtle, v'anakah, v'akoach. I don't know. Remember anakah and koachar. I'm not sure what makes a difference right now. But it's like a salamander. Maybe some type of lizard. V'chomet, don't remember that is either. V'atin shemes, don't remember that is. She'emekabel tuma, they are mekabel tuma. V'shiurim b'kadasha, and their tuma is not the size of gazayis, but the much smaller share of the size of a lentil. The chein halach l'mashbisina, because that's all l'mashbisina, the matame in that shear. Chein kam yitzach hilasi l'kos lein gam shiurim kadasha. So the issue which you get for which you get malchus is also the size of adasha, the size of a lentil. This is what the Masorah tells us. See, loads of shaks and I'm sure seichem. Do not make your slow problem. Anything which crawls on the ground, which I distinguish you, that they should be regarded as tomei. So the pasuk starts with achila, right? It says, he doesn't bring that in the part of pasuk here. The siyim betum ends right to him. Matum kadosh and we madra hekesh, just like. The tumah size is the lentil, so to the eating the size is the size of the lentil. Zay, just like by other shvatim, the blood joins with the flesh, kashir kazayis, to make up the shear of a kazayis. So to the 8 shvatim numerator, mitzaref adam labasa, shir kadasha. The blood joins the flesh in order to make up the size of a lentil. Das Rashi says Dafka Dam Shel Zeh HaSheretz Tzarich L'Bar B'Saro. Rashi holds it's specifically the blood of this specific sheretz which joins together with its flesh. V'lo Sheretz Acher, not that of another sheretz. Das the taste of Yud Shel Zeh HaSheretz Atmo. According to this, even the sheretz of this, even the blood of this sheretz itself, Enam Tzarich, it only doesn't join Rak Shadam Mechuber L'B'Saro unless the flesh is. When the blood is connected to the flesh. I guess like the capillary system is intact. V'lo Shapirish Me'abasa, now when it's separated from the flesh, the Miyak Shapirish Me'abasa, immediately when it's separated from the flesh, Eino Chayav Al Domo, you're not punished for its blood. Because of Kazais, unless it is less than a Kazais. Unless it's more than a Kazais. Zed Asaran Ganken, this is opinion Ram as well, but Ein Din Zeh Shach Rak V'Shmona Shvatzim. All this only has to do with Shmona Shvatzim. Ava B'Shar Shvatzim, but other Shvatzim, there's no debate. Gam B'Soim Shir Kazais. It's always a Shir of a Kazais. K'mosh Kasabnu, and in brackets, Gam Le'inu Tuma Keinu Ayin K'mosh Kasab Rambam. Betam of us Tumos Ayin Sham. The same thing is true about terms of tumor. Ches, the Kemen Shem is Shuna Shir Shmona Shvatzim Chol Shvatzim, since the Shir the eight Shvatzim is in all other Shvatzim. L'chein Li'an Tziruf, therefore terms combined together. Zelazeh Nira Li Lamar. It seems to say Arukh HaShulchan to say the Chol Shvatzim is starting the same Kazais. All the Shvatzim joined together for a Kazais. Chen Shmona Shvatzim is starting the same Kadosha, and the eight Shvatzim are joined with each other to make the size of a lentil. Ava Shmona Shvatzim Shari Shvatzim ain't starving, but there's no tziruf between the eight Shvatzim Torah and the other Shvatzim. The Kem Lo Shabbat Shirai Ladari says Shirim are not equal. Because Shein Shir Shabbat, anytime the Shir is not equal, Ein Mitzvah Zelazeh, they don't join with each other. Glory boy the Shai Shvatzim Ein Mitzurafi Ein Mitzvah Shvatzim. Goes without saying that the other Shvatzim would have a Shir of Kazayis and Amitzvah too. The eight Shvatzim their lower Shir of Adlashim Shir Kadasha make the size of a lentil. The Zeo Tziruf Mehakal Chomer. That would be making a tziruf from the from a lighter case to a more severe case. In other words, from the things which require zayis to things which require only adasha. Even eight shvatzim, which are more stringent, and with shari shvatzim, don't join together with other shvatzim. Lachshlim shir kazayis to make the shir of kazayis. That's more ein kadasha. Obviously, assuming that the smaller piece is not the size of a lentil. So it's missing a bit less than a lentil. Made it up with 8 shvatzim. Diamond chomer, which is more severe, kal relative to this much less severe prohibition. Ganke and mitzvah doesn't join together. Bav gav tumas medrish mitzvah chamor lokal, even though in terms of the tumah of sitting or standing on something, a thing which is more lenient, joints together, that's more stringent. Like we learned in the Kalim. Mikam nevertheless in the Isra Achila, in terms of the prohibition of eating, leading the Gias Hatuma, in terms of the tumah touching it, Yerali Day Mitzvah, if it tastes meat, does not join together. Test became the Chumrah the Shema Shvatzim the Isra Achilu Tumah, since the prohibition of the severity of the 8 Shvatzim, in terms of the prohibition of eating them, is because on account of tumah, k'mosh k'sab, like we wrote. It's only when they're dead that the shir chadasha. But when they're alive, shir mekazayis. Shir mekazayis. Sharei, but chayim enam tamin. When they're alive, there's no tumah aspect anyway. Only if you touch when they're dead, you come to them in nightfall. Therefore, if you cut up an aver min achai for one of the 8 shvatzim, v'achlon you ate it, ain't a loka, she love kazayis basar. You don't get market until the kazayis meat. Actually, we're not looking for the aver itself, because of burial. I guess we'll get that. You're in the tzir of enim tzef rak michai l'chai mimeis l'meis. Those are the only joints together from live to live and from dead to dead. Meis l'chai, but to live, enim mitzarib, they don't join together. I feel milk shir starts even the same species. Kim and a shir ain't a shabbat zelazeh because the shir is not equivalent for these two.